Alright everybody, here's the next part of Daniel's birthday special, in which, as I mentioned, we're getting into the Jeopardy segments, and we're going to play the Sega CD version first.
Welcome. Let's play Jeopardy.
Well, this isn't the first Jeopardy segment, because I did other Jeopardy games prior to this one, but this is the first regular Jeopardy segment that Daniel requested.
How many players? Please enter your name.
Here we go. Let's play the Jeopardy round. There's one daily double up there somewhere. And let's play. Here we go.
Now for the Jeopardy round, in which one daily double will appear somewhere on the board. Here are the categories.
Alright, what categories are we going to be dealing with? We have First Ladies, World Literature, 1959, Southeast Asia, Mythical Operas, and finally, D Guys. Notice D-E in quotation marks. Each correct response will begin with those two letters.
Contestant number 1.
I'll start there. D Guys for 100.
For $100.
He was founding president of France's Fifth Republic.
Contestant number 1.
Who is Charles de Gaulle?
You'll have 60 seconds to provide your response.
Oops.
Yes.
Alright. How about De Guys for 200?
For $200. Answer.
Before discovering the Mississippi, he helped Pizarro conquer the Incas.
Contestant number 1.
Who is De Soto?
Right.
How about De Guys for 300?
For $300.
Diamonds were first discovered in South America on this family's farm. Who are the De Beer?
Contestant number 1. Yes. Select.
How about De Guys for 400?
For $400.
He built the Suez Canal but failed in an attempt at a Panama Canal. And his name is Ferdinand de Lesseps. Ferdinand de Lesseps. Alright, let's close it out. Get it out of the way.
For $500.
World Book says novelist Gustave Flaubert was the godfather of this short story writer. Oh. Oh. And it's Guy de Maupassant. Guy de Maupassant. Alright. Alright, well that category's out of the way. Let's go to First Ladies for 100.
For $100.
So there. She didn't live to see her own son elected president, but she did see him become Monroe's Secretary of State.
Contestant number 1.
Who is Abigail Adams? Yep, Abigail Adams.
Yes. Select again.
So, First Ladies for 200.
For $200.
Mary Todd Lincoln, like her husband, was born in this state.
Contestant number 1.
What is Kentucky?
Yes. Select.
First Lady's 300.
For $300.
Like Lucy Hayes, her immediate successor, she was the wife of a Civil War general. Oh.
Contestant number 2.
Mrs. Julia Dent Grant.
Yes.
Wife of Ulysses S. Grant. Southeast Asia for 200. In Singapore, more than 75% of the population is of this ethnic group.
Contestant number 1.
I'm going to take a guess and say what is... Or ethnic group. Okay, I'm going to take a guess and say what is... Chinese?
Right.
There we go, yeah, Chinese. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, oh, ethnic group, yeah. That is true. How about Southeast Asia for 100?
For $100. Answer.
The largest city in Southeast Asia is Jakarta, this country's capital.
Contestant number 1.
What is Indonesia?
Yes. Select again.
Let's do Southeast Asia for 300.
For $300.
Haiphong, Vietnam is the main port on this gulf. Oh, it just now dawned on me.
Contestant number 3.
Alright, it just now dawned on me. The Gulf of Tonkin, yeah, I knew that.
Good job.
But too late. It's okay. Shouldn't worry too much because I have 4 times more than Barbara and 4 times more than Cindy, so still good. $1,200.
For $400.
On January 4th, 1948, Burma gained its independence from this European power.
Contestant number 1.
I have it between 2 of them, but I'm going to go with Great Britain. I have it between 2, but I'm going to say Great Britain.
Correct.
And I picked the right one. My other hunch was France. I had it between Great Britain and France, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Great Britain. Southeast Asia, 500, please.
For $500. The answer is...
It's the only nation in Southeast Asia ruled by a sultan.
Contestant number 1.
What is Brunei?
Yes.
All right. First Ladies for 400.
For $400.
Dying in 1982 at age 97, she had lived longer than any other First Lady. So that meant she was born in 1885. Who was it? Mrs. Beth Truman. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and close it out.
For $500.
Knowing what life with a soldier was like, she was against her daughter's marriage to Lieutenant J. Davis. Mrs. Margaret Taylor. Zachary Taylor's wife. Okay. Alright, well that category's out of the way now. Why don't we go to mythical operas for 100?
For $100.
This big wooden object is dragged inside the city walls in Act 1 of The Capture of Troy.
Contestant number 1.
What is the Trojan horse?
Yes.
That's the one. Mythical operas for 200.
For $200. Answer.
Rameau's opera about Castor and this brother has been called his masterpiece.
Contestant number 1.
Who is Pollux?
Yes. Select.
Alright. Let's do Mythical operas 300, please.
For $300.
Written in 1600, the earliest opera that has survived is about this wife of Orpheus. Oh dear.
Contestant number 2.
I don't have a clue on this one. Eurydice.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
For $400. Let's take a look at the end.
Henry Purcell's opera Dido and Aeneas is based on book 4 of this.
Contestant number 3.
I got nada on that one. Virgil's Aeneid?
Good job.
Okay. Alright, well we're getting somewhere.
For $500. The answer there is...
After the death of her father, Agamemnon is avenged. This heroine dances wildly, then drops dead.
Contestant number 2.
Electra.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, we have 2 categories left. We have 1959 or we have world literature. What's it going to be?
For $100.
Alright. A scientist who escapes the clutches of Captain Nemo narrates this 1870 tale by Jules Verne.
Contestant number 1.
What is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Sorry, incorrect. Anyone else?
That's not right? Oh, this is the clue that where you put in the right response doesn't let you get it. $20,000 leagues. Oh, you had to put it in quotes or something. Alright. Well, I'm not worried about it.
For $300.
In Jane Austen's classical novel of Two Sisters, Eleanor represents sense and Marianne this.
Contestant number 1.
What is sensibility?
Right.
200, world lit.
For $200.
Shortly after his Candide was published in Geneva, it was condemned by the city council.
Contestant number 1.
Who is Voltaire?
Yes. Select again.
Could I have world lit for 400?
For $400.
Language in which Oscar Wilde originally wrote Salome.
Contestant number 1.
What is Salome? What is French?
Yes.
That is right. Okay. Let's close out World Lit, please.
For $500. The answer there is...
The Legend of the Knight of the Red Cross is the first book of this epic poem by Edmund Spenser. So we know the Daily Double's in the category of 1959. We know that much.
Contestant number 3.
The Fairy Queen. Yep.
Yes, that's correct.
Alright, 1959 for how much? 100. Daily Double.
It's the Daily Double.
Took a while to find it, but it's there.
What would you like to wager?
700, alright. But yeah, 1900 if you're right. He was sworn in as Cuban premier on February 16th. He didn't become president until 1976. Fidel Castro.
Yes, select. For $200. Answer?
Earl Long, the governor of this state, got out of a mental hospital by firing a couple of officials.
Contestant number 1.
What is Louisiana?
Right.
Oh, camera's low on battery. I think we can go a little bit longer.
For $300, the answer is...
Baldwin I, the 28-year-old king of this country, visited the U.S. on a goodwill tour.
Contestant number 1.
What is Saudi Arabia?
Oh, sorry. That's not right.
It is not Saudi Arabia.
Contestant number 2.
Oh, it's Belgium.
Yes, that's correct. For $500.
The only New York City building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It opened officially after his death. The Guggenheim Museum.
For $400.
The headline on Times article about the Clutter family murder, Capote used it as the title of his book.
Contestant number 1.
What is In Cold Blood? Then once we look at the Double Jeopardy categories, we'll stop so I can switch the batteries out, and then we will play Double Jeopardy.
Good job.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $3,500. Cindy has $1,900 and Barbara $1,400, so she's going to go first in Double Jeopardy. We'll go ahead and take a look at the categories, and then we'll stop for a brief commercial break.
In Double Jeopardy, there are 2 daily doubles somewhere on the board in these categories.
Here we go. Science. Indiana, nicknames, the Bible, landmarks, and our final category, awards. Alright.
Contestant number 2.
And I'm going to switch the batteries out real quick, and we'll see where she goes right after this. Stay with us.